So President Biden, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu speaking for the first time in a month amid rising tensions over the war against Hamas. One takeaway, Israel will send a delegation to Washington in the coming days to talk about its planned offensive on Rafah. Israeli government spokesman Avi Hyman is with me. And sir, thank you for your time and good morning or good afternoon to you in Jerusalem today. You heard what Chuck Schumer said on the floor of the Senate last week. What was the tone of this conversation between the president and your
conversation was, thanks very much for having me on, Bill. The conversation was constructive. It was a conversation between friends who understand the war aims in our war, which is to destroy Hamas, to bring home all the hostages, and to ensure that Gaza doesn't pose a threat to Israel anymore. Now, the president said from day one that he backed those war aims. The question now is what happens with Rafah? Well, as we know, in Rafah, there's the last 4 of the 24 Hamas terrorist battalions. Now, our position is very, very clear. We need to destroy the last 4 battalions of Hamas to win the war. If we don't do that, we won't win the war. They'll rearm, and we'll be back to an October 6th reality. Israel can't afford to do that, and we will plow on. Of course, we're happy to discuss tactics and strategy with our friends, as always.
Okay, so Joe Biden historically has been a big supporter of Israel. Do you think that's changing right now?
Well, I would certainly hope not. I'm not going to make the mistake of wading into internal American politics. What I can say is that President Biden has got a long history, as you said, of standing with Israel, and we would hope that that would continue.
Okay. There was a report several hours ago that dozens of Hamas fighters have been trapped and or killed at that Al-Shifa hospital in Gaza City. Can you say that that is true at this moment?
What I can tell you is that Hamas continues to use hospitals, mosques, UN facilities as human shield. We went in with a precision operation into the Al-Shifa hospital. You'll remember we had to do the same back in January. We have taken out 50 terrorists. We have made 180 arrests, and including taking out a very senior terrorist who is responsible for much of the internal security, much of the operations across Gaza. So we will continue to work against this genocidal Hamas regime that seeks to kill all Jews in Israel and all Jews around the world. We have no other choice.
Okay, so you can confirm that report. You said 50?
Absolutely. 50 terrorists have been taken out and 180 arrests.
Okay. The negotiations for hostages to return to Israel, those who are still alive today, those negotiations are going to pick back up this week, as you know. Hamas wants to choose which prisoners will be released, and they want a permanent ceasefire. Israel wants an advanced list of the hostages who are alive and deport the Palestinian prisoners who are released to another country, meaning they would not go back to Gaza, I would assume. What is the state? How would you characterize the negotiations right now?
Bill, you'll understand there's lives at stake. I can't speak, I can't even confirm what you just put up on the screen. What I can say is that Israel is committed to bringing back the 134 Israeli hostages. It is a crime against humanity. What we have learned from the past, we've already brought back half of the hostages, is that what works is military pressure. So we're keeping up that military pressure against Hamas. They understand that we mean business, that we are looking to destroy Hamas. We will destroy Hamas. And at the same time, we're pursuing all of the diplomatic channels available to us to ensure the swift release. Now, Hamas could end this war today. Let's be very, very clear. Hamas could end this war today if they put their hands in the air, if they unconditionally surrendered, and if they released the hostages. I don't see that happening anytime soon, so we will plow on with our mission to destroy them, to bring home the hostages.
Quick, how many are alive? Do you have a number?
So as of yesterday, unfortunately, I believe the number is at 99 out of 134. Wow. We know that Hamas has not only taken people, not only snatched bodies, but also killed hostages while they were holding them. So it's a brutal terrorist organization that must be destroyed. And we thank you for your support, you as America, in our continued fight for survival.
Let's get a resolution soon. Avi Hyman, thank you for your time, sir. Thanks for coming on today.
Thank you.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.